Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome back to Phalantis Plays. Today we are, of course, going to be taking a look at Path of Exile Crucible. Now, I haven't really seen any of this. I've only seen the teaser trailer, so, I was thinking Crucible obviously looks like it's going to be some sort of a crafting league. You got this anvil here, and yeah, with Crucible, Crucible is something you use for metal smelting. So yeah, that's all we got to go on so far. I'm really excited though, really excited to see what's going on with this. So I'm just gonna settle in here, get relaxed, chill, and I'm gonna start watching, seeing what. Oh, wait, not quite there. There we go. Okay, seeing what content comes up. Okay, let's do it.
You'll learn about an ancient race of titans who once shaped the primordial surface of Rayclust. In this league, you will earn the ability to forge their power onto your weapons.
Yep. So, yeah, it's a crafting league. You can forge a power of gods onto your weapon. So this sounds a lot like D4. This sounds a lot like what they're going to do with Diablo 4, where you can craft on unique stuff to your weapon. So let's see if it's like a unique thing that you can just do the one movement craft of take it from their unique or something. Let's see.
And what form does that power take?
Yeah,
in an
let's see.
iconically Path of Exile way, it's the ability to imbue your weapons with their own passive skill trees.
This is awesome! Okay.
These Crucible trees can have quite an impact on your character.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For example, in addition to the regular mods on this bow, its Crucible tree grants additional physical damage, physical to chaos conversion,
wow,
notable passive,
Mm-hmm.
improved grace effect,
what?
and level 10 lesser multiple projectiles.
Holy shit!
While this is certainly a decent tree to get, it's not even the maximum depth and could be even more optimized for your
Oh
build.
my god.
In order to forge these powerful trees onto your weapons, you'll need to complete Crucible encounters. There's one in each area. Each encounter takes place at a Crucible forge. As you approach the forge, you'll have the choice of which of your equipped weapons you want to focus on. This can include ones on your alternate weapon swap if you want to improve one you're not currently using. After selecting a weapon, you channel it at the Crucible forge to spawn monsters.
Oh my god, this is going to be so useful even in the beginning of the game.
The longer you channel for, the more dangerous and rewarding the encounter becomes. As you spawn additional monsters, they combine together to create larger and more fearsome foes that grant even more experience for your Crucible.
Whoa, okay.
Being able to ramp up the difficulty of the encounters is a double-edged sword.
Yes.
While it gives you the opportunity to make rapid progress on your Crucible weapon crafting projects, it comes with significant risk to your character. It's easy to accidentally overwhelm yourself and make an encounter that is too dangerous. Channel carefully and adapt to what your character is capable of. When you first find a weapon, it doesn't have a Crucible tree unlocked.
Okay.
Channeling that weapon at Crucible encounters will unlock and reveal its tree, as well as allocating the first skill.
Wait, so is each tree randomly put on an item?
You can only allocate one skill at each tree depth, so you'll need to decide which path through the tree is best for your build.
Okay.
As you get deeper into a tree, more and more experience is required to unlock skills. The final depths can take quite an investment and can only be found rarely on endgame items. They also have some of the most powerful properties. For example, this wand has 2 depth 5 skills to choose from. One of them allows all damage from your Freezing Pulse and Eye of Winter skills to poison. And the other allows various brands
be attached to your Summoned Reaper.
Attached to your Summoned Reaper. There are many such modifiers to skills that will enable very interesting build combinations.
So weird.
In addition to all types of weapons, shields can also be
nice.
Here's a relatively simple low-level example. It gets a bit crazier as you approach the endgame.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of the endgame, in endgame Crucible encounters, you'll occasionally find igneous geodes, currency items that can be cracked open to reveal a primeval remnant. This is a map-like item that grants access to the Forge of the Titans, the culmination of your Crucible journey.
Okay.
These primeval remnants always generate as rare items. Half of their mods are upsides and half are downsides. The upsides generally increase the rewards of the area or add special crafting options. For example, causing monsters to drop divination cards or magmatic ore, a form of tradable itemized Crucible tree experience. The downsides are quite punitive compared to most in-game maps.
Yeah, okay.
Ideally, you want to...
So that's like a an invitation, kind of.
Find a primeval remnant that is really rewarding upsides alongside downsides you can handle.
Yeah, of course.
If you don't think you'll survive a visit to the Forge of the Titans,
you just sell it.
The remnant away to someone else and gamble on cracking open another geode. If you survive and manage to reach the end of the area, you'll find the aforementioned forge, which allows you to merge Crucible...
Wait, no, wait, I want to see... Are they... No, it's unmodifiable.
And manage to reach the end of the area, you'll find the aforementioned forge, which allows you to merge Crucible trees on 2 items together.
Ooh.
The way this process works is that you provide 2 items of the same class. For example, a pair of bows, a pair of shields, or a pair of one-hand axes. One of these items will be melted down and applied to the other, which will keep its regular properties. Their Crucible trees will be merged together in an unpredictable way, taking elements of each one. This is a little reminiscent of how recombinators are, taking parts of each Crucible tree and merging them together, as well as randomly upgrading, downgrading, or mutating skills on the resultant tree.
Those benefits are
While this process
bonkers.
can create some really powerful trees, if you get skills you wanted from both items, it can also completely wreck your precious trees.
How do you know which tree you're gonna get, though?
Also, like recombinators, there are ways to manipulate the system to improve your odds at getting certain outcomes. For example, any skills that have been allocated are more likely to show up in the resulting Crucible tree. By default, you can only add Crucible trees to non-unique items, but it's possible to get a mod on the Forge of the Titans map that allows you to imbue a unique item with a Crucible tree.
Wait.
You can only add Crucible trees to non-unique items. But it's possible to get a mod on the Forge of the Titans map that allows you to imbue a unique item with a Crucible tree, which can then be leveled up via regular Crucible. To combine Crucible trees on unique items together, you'll want to find a crystalline geode and crack it open to reveal the secret higher level version of the Forge of the Titans. I probably shouldn't say too much about it, but it will let you do some interesting things with Crucible trees.
Oh, this is gonna be crazy.
To note about Crucible trees on unique weapons. In addition to being much harder to unlock, there's a special rule about how they can be combined. A unique weapon must be combined with another copy of the same unique weapon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because this destroys one copy, getting a good Crucible tree on a unique weapon makes it insanely valuable. It may also raise the trade value of all unique weapons by quite a lot, as players sacrifice them trying to create perfect Crucible trees.
Oh my god, what are you gonna... Oh! So this is like a super sync. So you're gonna want to get... You're going to want to pick up a lot of rare items as long as they're like useful bases. Oh my god.
Occasionally, you'll find a Crucible passive skill tree with a special skill that indicates that the item will sell to vendors for a specific item in addition to its regular sale price. These vendor skills usually occur relatively deeply in the tree, so it takes some effort to allocate, but usually don't block skill choices you'd make when leveling the item up.
Offhands.
The presence of these skills presents you with an interesting choice about whether you want to use the item or sell it to a vendor, and whether you want to spend your Crucible experience either revealing new trees to hunt for good skills, leveling up items to use, or leveling up items to sell.
Yeah.
Crucible also features its own unique items you can earn.
For example, what's this? Can have a Crucible passive. Oh, it automatically comes with one. Increased rarity, armor evasion. Okay.
Visage, a unique helmet.
Maybe.
Special in that it's the only armor piece other than shields that can receive
Crucible passive skill trees.
Wearing it allows you to double down on certain properties that are only available through these trees. There are several other unique items exclusive to Crucible for you to discover in this league. Crucible is a dual combat crafting league with a focus on encounter difficulty scaling and weapon customization with a power level that we have never seen before. Without a doubt, some of Path of Exile's most powerful weapons will be forged in Crucible.
This is going to be total game changer. Crazy.
Like all recent Path of Exile expansions, Crucible includes a lot of changes with the goal of improving Path of Exile's endgame.
Wow. Okay, it's just let's take this in for a second. Your weapons are going to have trees. Weapons and shields and that one helmet are going to have trees. And those trees are going to have, like, extra nodes that will give you more power. They might be even build-enabling power. That is insane. That is so crazy. That means every person do 6-link weapons get deeper trees? Is that how that works? Or like 2-handed weapons get deeper trees? This might be it might be better than if they don't to just have 2 1-handed weapons, or it's going to be sword and board kind of thing. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
One area we wanted to address was mobility on the Atlas passive tree.
Okay.
Often, you'll find yourself in a situation where you want to specialize in leagues that are on entirely different sides of the Atlas tree.
Yes.
Or maybe you want to focus on the type of altar that isn't near the leagues you have picked.
Yeah.
To solve this, Path of Exile Crucible introduces Atlas gateways. These are
What?
nodes that you can allocate on the Atlas tree.
Oh, interesting. That's gonna be a game changer too. Holy cow.
The gateway consumes 1 Atlas skill point to allocate, but will potentially save you large amounts of travel.
Yeah. Oh, even more specialization. Oh, this is going to be a great league.
We're targeting a couple of endgame leagues that have fallen behind other leagues on the Atlas tree.
Nice. Okay.
In the live version of Path of Exile, there are 5 tiers of Breachstone.
Yeah.
In Path of Exile Crucible, we're raising the area levels of Breachstones to a much higher baseline level.
Oh, nice.
1 for elemental ones, 82 for physical, and 83 for chaos.
Wow.
Now that the regular Breachstones are much higher level, we have retired charged, enriched, and pure Breachstones. They will be converted to regular ones.
Okay.
We have also changed how flawless Breachstones are acquired. Previously, you could only get them from Maven invitations.
Yeah.
We prefer access to the hardest Breach content to actually come from playing Breach.
Okay.
Now there are 2 ways to get flawless Breachstones. Through Blessings, which are now rarer as a result, and through a skill on the Atlas tree.
Okay. Cool. Breach might be good this league. I like Breach. It's a fun...
Breach encounters.
Yeah.
Previously, Breaches felt pretty good early on, but quickly tapered off in density to the point where you wanted to abandon the Breach because it just felt like not enough monsters were spawning.
Yep.
Our changes now keep Breaches feeling dense throughout.
Cool.
On the side of it feeling overwhelming towards the end of the Breach.
Oh, excellent.
Also reduce the duration of Breaches so there is constant monster pressure and you can get on with your mapping sooner.
Oh, Breach is going to be great this league then.
Changes that you can read about in the patch notes, such as changes to the Betrayal Research Safe House, Breach Scarabs, Breach Stones from Kirik missions, the Breach Harvest crafting option, the Fragment Stash.
Oh wow! Jeez. Jeez.
And so on.
Holy cow! Total overhaul. Oh, Abyss too! I love Abyss.
Abyssal Depths now always contain an Abyssal Lich.
Okay, cool.
Previously, the prevailing gameplay was to check the loading screen art of an Abyssal Depths to see if it contained a Lich,
or not.
If it didn't.
Yep.
Now, the depths always contain a Lich.
You can always kill a Lich.
The rate of encountering Abyssal Liches is unchanged. Abyssal Depths are rarer than before.
Nice!
However, Abysses now have a chance to spawn a Stygian Spire in place of their reward chest, which will drop all of the jewels and other items you'd normally receive, as well as a Stygian Vice.
Oh, cool!
In addition, you're guaranteed to always get a 4-hole Abyss alongside your Abyssal Depths.
Oh, nice.
Abyssal Depths could only spawn immediately after a single Abyssal hole, which prevented you from getting full value from the Abyss.
Yeah.
The Lightless Legion notable
passive Abyss is going to be good too.
Which grants Stygian Spires in your maps drop items with +1 to item level.
Oh, nice.
This is intended to allow players to continue to be able to obtain item level 86 Stygian Vices and other base types as a reward for specializing in Abyss.
That's awesome.
The passives leading up to this notable passive have also been replaced. We've done a balanced pass on Abyssal Lich encounters to make them more appropriately difficult relative to the current standard of endgame encounters.
Cool.
Abyss uniques have had some balanced attention also. Overall, these changes should ensure you can play a wider variety of leagues in the endgame.
Yes, these are 2 of my favorite ones for mapping.
Now feel far more modern and competitive with other popular league content.
Yeah. That's awesome.
A big goal of the Crucible expansion is to provide a lot of new ways to build
passive tree and mastery improvements.
To achieve this, we're doing 2 things. Firstly, we have created many more interesting options for one of Path of Exile's core build systems, the passive skill tree.
Yeah.
By overhauling many of its masteries.
Oh!
Secondly, we have revamped 2 specific Ascenders.
Wait a minute. They overhauled. They just introduced the masteries, so they overhauled the masteries. Okay, this is gonna be a brand new freaking game almost.
Classes. As we reviewed the masteries on Path of Exile's passive skill tree, we realized that a lot of the choices were rather bland and could be a lot more exciting.
Yes.
We went through the masteries one by one and tried to come up with as many interesting stats as we could.
Okay.
Once we had a short list of high-quality stats, we added in the existing ones that used to be on each mastery and picked the 6 best. All of the leftover ones have been saved for later or used in places like unique items.
Oh!
spawned on approximately half of the masteries on the tree,
Okay.
actually targeting the ones that needed the attention the most.
Yeah.
Previously, some masteries only had 4 options, so we've tried to increase as many as possible to 6 options.
Okay, good.
We've also added a couple of new mastery types that we felt were missing.
Yeah, such as?
Look at an example, the life mastery.
Ooh, this is awesome. Okay.
Choices. You can see some of the interesting new options, such as
what? 10% more life if you have at least 6 life masteries. Okay. That's awesome. So the regen went down. Oh, great. That's going to be awesome. Increased life if equipped body armor has no life modifiers. Ooh. 50 to max life, yeah. You count as low life when below 55. You count as full life when above 90% of maximum life. Those are interesting. That's crazy.
Which allows you to more effectively
skills cost life instead of 30% of mana.
Getting a large increase to maximum life when you have no life on your body armor not only works really well with a whole lot of unique items,
it's awesome.
It also opens up new prefix composition options.
Yes.
Here you can see the armor and energy.
Oh, this was already pretty good. 2% chance for 5% missing energy shield to defend with 200% armor. For 5% energy shield over 1 when you take physical damage from a hit. 20% armor also applies chaos damage taken from hits. Ooh. So armor prevents oh nice. Helps with chaos damage, increases and reductions armor also applied energy shield rate 20% of their value. That's a great one. 100% increase armor and energy shield from equipped body armor if you equip gloves, helmet. Okay, 10% physical damage from hits taken as chaos damage. Oh, interesting.
More options available than before.
Yeah.
The other thing we focused on with this one is tying the mechanics together better. Instead of some being about armor and some being about energy shield.
This is both armor and energy shield.
Having both armor and energy shield.
Yeah. In addition to those chaos
ones.
Leech
Mastery, we've combined the 3 increased life.
Leech is instant? Holy cow.
One choice that affects all of them.
Nice.
The space freed up has been used to add some powerful new options, such as a portion of your leech applying instantly. The spell suppression mastery also has many interesting options.
Oh, wow.
It's extremely useful before you've optimized your gear and haven't reached 100% yet.
Suppress spell damage cannot inflict elemental ailments on you? Crazy.
The third option rewards you for stacking more than 100% spell suppression, which previously had few benefits. Now it's something you can plan your itemization around. While looking at masteries, we noted that there were some mechanics.
This is crazy.
Passive tree support, so we decided to add some more options and passive skill choices for those mechanics.
Okay.
We also wanted to grant more access to certain types of masteries in specific parts of the passive skill tree. For example, in order to allow more access to the attack mastery, we've added an attack cluster by the Templar, between the Ranger and Shadow.
Nice.
We wanted to create more access to other forms of recovery, such as regen and recoup.
Yeah.
So we added some new passive skill clusters. Note that there is now a new mastery called Recovery.
Oh, cool. We
also added more capacity for investment in certain mechanics that we felt could be improved.
+2 level to all Link skill gems?
Such as Link skills, stun mitigation, and marks.
Oh, okay. Link skills are kind of meh unless they buff them. We'll see.
These mastery improvements and passive tree changes are just some
nice.
of the ones introduced in Path of Exile Crucible. We look forward to your feedback on the rest when you check out the passive skill tree next week.
Nice.
While going through Ascendancy classes, we identified 2 that needed work, the Saboteur and the Pathfinder. Both have been significantly changed.
Really? The Saboteur and the Pathfinder? You're not gonna do Gladiator at all? That's not even a little tiny Gladiator? I mean, Sabo, yeah. Sabo really needed work? I mean, hasn't it been like one of the top tier classes, Ascendancy classes? And Pathfinder? Yeah, I don't know if those would be the 2 that I would focus on. Gladiator is pretty bad. I think Gladiator and Chieftain probably, but Gladiator definitely.
These changes reinforce their respective identities. While
Gladiator is like a dead class.
The Saboteur is definitely the Ascendancy class most aligned with traps and mines.
Yeah.
But the old version of the Saboteur made it difficult to play anything but traps or mines. The new version has more builds available, including a whole new specialization, triggers. There are 2 notable passives that help with this. Like Clockwork grants you the increased cooldown recovery rate stat, which is a pretty rare one. This is great for triggered spells as it indirectly increases their damage.
Okay.
This notable also makes your enemies have longer cooldowns, which can be useful in certain boss fights. For example, causing the Raven's memory game to occur less often.
This might...
Crime notable passive summons 2 trigger bots, which override the location of where a triggered spell is being cast, and instead causes it to trigger twice, once from each of their locations.
That's interesting.
The layout for the Saboteur's Trap and Mine Ascendancy passives has changed, so that there aren't separate 4-pointers for traps and mines. Now each one has a 2-pointer that is connected to the same shared 4-pointer.
That's interesting.
We have also completely reworked Bomb Specialist to be specifically tied to area damage.
Saboteur might be really good with a triggered cooldown recovery. That's
some defense against incoming area damage against.
That's interesting.
The Pathfinder has been overdue for some attention, especially with recent features such as concoction skills that she could get the ability to specialize in.
Yep.
We also wanted the Flask-themed Ascendancy to have a proactive way of improving life flask usage. Master Distiller allows you to turn most of your skills into concoction-like effects.
Okay.
Master Surgeon now effectively gives all of your life flasks the Enduring effect, previously only found on mana flasks.
Wow.
Both of the major flask-themed branches now have some form of flask charge recovery.
Wow.
There are other improvements to the Pathfinder Ascendancy, such as Nature's Reprisal, now interacting with Wither to improve all forms of your chaos damage, rather than just attack forms of it. Check
Interesting.
out the full details in the patch notes that we'll be posting after the live stream. Path of Exile Crucible introduces
more new Val skills. Oh.
Last expansion, there was an emphasis on melee Val skills.
Yeah, which didn't do much.
That many other types of builds get new skills to build around.
Oh, are you gonna do spell skill?
Effects that we couldn't normally give to a regular skill that can be used constantly.
Melee still needs more work, guys. Melee still needs more work.
Absolution upgrades one of your Sentinels of Absolution into an Apparition of Innocence. You can only have one apparition at once, but just check out these massive AoE skills it uses.
What?
Val Arctic Armor instantly encases you in ice, preventing non-instant actions including movement, but granting massive damage reduction against hits. After a short duration, it also starts to regenerate your energy shield and mana at a fast rate.
Okay, but does that effect with cannot be frozen?
3 times. It cannot be manually cancelled. Because the skill is instant, it's a great emergency button against dangerous boss slams. It also makes you count as being frozen, despite Arctic Armor normally making you freeze immune. Having another way to self-freeze may be of interest to a few mad scientist build creators in the community. Val Lightning fires a barrage of piercing projectiles that cause lightning to strike nearby targets whenever they hit an enemy.
Weird.
After a short amount of time, or when they collide with terrain.
That's going to be good for mapping, but I don't think it's too good of a skill.
Each arrow can hit the same target once per redirect. Because the arrows travel for a set time before redirecting, rather than a set distance, projectile speed modifiers affect the distance traveled. High projectile speed lets you clear out huge areas with them.
Yeah.
Your projectile speed
it's going to be really good for clearing.
The same target multiple times. With very low
but it's a Val, so...
You can hit a single target 20 plus times. Val Reap conjures a ring of scythes that deal damage to all enemies in a circular area.
Oh!
The scythes leave behind a pool of blood
that's gonna be cool.
Over time to enemies standing in it.
Val Reap is pretty cool. That's pretty nice.
Val Reap instantly grants a large number of the blood charges used by normal Reap on use, as well as temporarily higher maximum blood charge capacity.
Okay.
Substantially powering up the regular version of the skill.
Yeah, Val Reap is going to be pretty good.
Crucible introduces 5 other Val skills we'll reveal over the next week. Val Animate Weapon, Val Domination, Val Ice Shot, Val Rejuvenation Totem, and Val Firestorm.
Ah, interesting.
This expansion also
ooh, good. Like, okay, 10 unique items. Ooh, okay. Oh, only 3, okay.
Price is a unique helmet that has a new effect, reserving enemy maximum life. This does exactly what it implies, causing nearby enemies to start at 92% maximum life.
Oh, interesting.
Speed against all enemies, it's especially useful against
bosses. Yeah.
Its drawback is that it reduces your maximum life, but provides decent life regeneration and block and stun recovery to counteract this.
Okay.
Tainted Pact is an amulet
that causes chaos
damage over time to heal you while you're leeching life. While the amulet provides a decent amount of life leech itself, it'll certainly require a few tricks to unlock its full potential.
That's wait. Self-poison? Physical attack damage leaches life, physical attack damage leaches mana. It's an amulet, so it's self-poison amulet, maybe?
Certainly require a few tricks to unlock its full potential.
Interesting.
Widow Hail is a unique bow that is different from any other bow in Path of
Whoa!
Exile. It does basically no base damage and doesn't grant any stats of its own, but it does dramatically increase the power of mods provided by your quiver.
Interesting.
This could produce some pretty ridiculous outcomes with good rare or unique quivers.
Yeah.
We will reveal some of the other new uniques over the coming week.
That's a weird item.
Ruthless is a game mode that we released alongside the Sanctum expansion late last year.
Okay.
It's designed around extreme item scarcity.
Yeah, I tried it. It's fun.
Behind the item power curve. So far, it has found a very passionate audience of players who love how rewarding item drops feel in such an austere environment.
Yeah.
We have some small improvements to Ruthless and Path of Exile Crucible.
Okay.
Firstly, Eternal Orbs are back in Ruthless. These are an extremely powerful currency item that allows you to imprint an item and restore it if you're unhappy with the result of crafting. We disabled these game-wide 7 years ago.
Yeah.
They were far too powerful when combined with all of the different crafting options.
Yeah.
At the time. Ruthless does not have the base game's crafting feature set, so we have enabled Eternal Orbs to drop in Ruthless.
Oh, cool!
Ruthless now has its own set of challenges to complete. Like the ones in early Path of Exile, there were a total of 8, and they're very difficult.
Interesting.
Like we've done in the past, we're hosting a boss kill event at the start of the Crucible Challenge League.
Crucible boss kill event.
And will require you to kill both the Uber series
my.
of Worlds.
Okay.
The hardest event we have ever run.
Yeah,
the
that's.
First place winner will get to work with our design team to add a new unique item to Path of Exile.
That's interesting.
We'll also receive a transferable Ultra VIP ticket to ExileCon in July. If they aren't able to attend or already have a ticket, then they are allowed to sell this one as they see fit.
Interesting.
Second and third place finishers will receive a transferable VIP ticket to ExileCon that can also be sold at their discretion.
Wow.
If you'd like to enter the event, just create a
that would be awesome, but I do not think I have enough time or am good enough to do that. I really wish I could, but no way.
Weekend of July 29 to 30 New Zealand time, which is July 28 to 29 for much of the rest of the world. We're going to be hosting ExileCon 2023 in Auckland.
Oh, I can't wait to see PoE. Ooh.
We'll be streaming the entire event for free. At ExileCon, we'll reveal our latest updates on Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile Mobile, and the next Path of Exile 1 expansion. Make a note in your calendar, tell your friends, and don't miss it.
Okay.
The second day of the Path of Exile livestream culminates in a competitive race event between some of Path of Exile's best players. In order to select the 4 competitors, we're going to run qualifier events during the months of April and
That's going to be interesting.
The winner of each event will receive a VIP ExileCon ticket, return
TY2I, Havoc, Lighty, maybe.
Race event live on stage.
Steel Mage.
4 qualifiers in the final event we run on the 321 version of Path of Exile, which has received a fair amount of early game balance work that will change the racing meta quite a lot.
You'll be able to read more in the patch notes.
Okay.
Once 321 releases next week, you'll be able to solve the new meta, practice hard, compete in the qualifier.
I don't know about solve the new meta.
Place on stage in July.
Alongside Path of Exile Crucible, we're introducing a few new
microtransactions.
An example I wanted to describe today is that of mannequins. These are hideout decorations that you can place to show off sets of microtransactions you have assembled.
Oh, weird. Okay.
With your spare micros and pose them in various ways.
Cool.
It's also possible to swap your entire outfit.
Can we attack them to see what our damage is doing, maybe? Is that going to be possible?
Other new microtransactions coming up include wrapping paper, which lets you gift wrap items to hand to other players, or even drop in town for random people to pick up.
What?
Today we're launching 2 new series of supporter packs, the Lithomancer and Enchanter packs. Each tier contains the pack's full face value and points, alongside several exclusive microtransactions. These packs are only available for the duration of the Crucible League, and will leave the store forever when it ends.
Oh.
The microtransactions in these packs are purely cosmetic and do not affect power or progression in any way. The Lithomancer series of supporter packs contains 6 exclusive microtransactions. The Tunnel Bear isn't just adorable, he will also take the place of the Crawler in Delves, lighting your surroundings and laying down cables.
That's pretty cool.
Apparently, this is what happens when your bear gets into a kilo of sulfite. Might explain what happened to Nico. The Ring of the Demon Slayer attempts to exorcise rare and unique demons when you hit them.
Okay.
Souls of defeated demons are banished to the depths below.
Nice. Get rid of those souls.
The ancient stone of the Lithomancer's armor set crumbles when you take damage,
revealing
the crimson core inside.
Ow.
The stone reforms if you haven't taken damage recently.
Weird.
A sip from the ancestral granite flask causes a Karui ancestor to appear and surround you in protective wards.
Okay. That's awesome looking.
The ancestral portal encases you in molten armor when you travel through it. The summoned Kariri ancestor rallies you to battle and honestly seems to have an unhealthy obsession with combat.
Go forth and conquer.
Okay. This is interesting.
Away from volatiles? The gunpowder foot attachment straps explosives to your legs, dispersing lit gunpowder behind you. Be careful, you can only outrun it for so long before it catches up.
Okay, interesting. Why?
The Enchanter Pack series also has 6 exclusive microtransactions. The Parrot of Exile pet parrots your exile. We'll just let it speak for itself.
What?
Wrong to do that here.
Oh my god. That's gonna be annoying.
Drinking from the bottled storm Jade Flask encases you in a surging tornado, churning up the ground in your wake. If you stand perfectly still while wearing the enchanted armor set, it will attract butterflies to flutter around you.
Aw, so pretty.
Sick of high-fiving giant purple appendages?
Uh-huh.
The Ritualist's Breach Ring visually transforms breaches you find into
cool.
The Enchanter's crafting bench replaces the normal crafting bench in your hideout with a suite of tools fit for a master artisan.
Nice.
Crafting stations burst into life as you use them.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
If you've ever wanted to remind your character who's really in charge, the Puppeteer's back attachment has you covered.
That's
truly is
funny,
the presence pulling the strings.
but too visually obscuring, I think.
Now at pathofexile.com/purchase. Purchases like these directly fund the.
It's cool though. They're really starting to play with those instead of just being, you know.
Gemling packs leave the store forever at the launch of the Crucible League, so now's your last chance to purchase them. Thank you for your continued support.
Not sure about the Forge one looks cool. Okay. Wow. So very interesting there. Patch notes. Okay. The thing I really want to focus skill balance is okay. Specific changes primarily to skills acquired early game and made. Okay, melee splash support now. Support skills do 40% less damage to surrounding targets. Previously it was 50. Okay, so that's a bit of a buff. Same with Awakened Melee, I suppose. Blight now has a base duration of 2 seconds. Previously 2.5, so Blight was nerfed a little bit. Explosive Trap now causes 3. Previously at 4, scaling to 7. Okay, so Explosive Trap is a little bit smaller when it started. Okay, Shattering Steel now adds 5 to 7. Okay, Shattering Steel is a little bit nerfed. Wait, it's going to go 3. Nerfed in the beginning, but changes to Onslaught support. Splitting Steel, Onslaught support. Compete for leveling. Initially considered broadening the use case. Oh my god! They removed Onslaught support? Jeez. What? Tenero, how could they do that? Well, a new momentum support gem. What the heck is momentum support then? Okay, what is momentum support? Does it talk about it at all? Large chest in Twilight Strand now contains momentum support for Ranger, previously Pierce support. Okay. Prismatic burst support for Scion? Oh, that's gonna be awful. It doesn't, yeah. What the heck? It doesn't have anything about momentum support. They're gonna have to reveal it later, I guess. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, each of momentum support gem. Each hit of the linked gem's elemental damage creates a stack of momentum to be gained on hit. Is this like a... Oh no, this is like just somebody's idea. Okay. So I guess nobody knows about this? How it's gonna work? That's so crazy! Oh man, I was gonna do Scion especially because of this too. Jeez, okay. Yeah, nobody knows. That's so crazy. Okay. Well, I don't know. It sounds like speedrunners are not going to be happy with that, but we'll see. Okay, let's see. Splitting steel. Okay, spark. The base projectile speed of spark has been reduced. 3 projectiles at level 1 instead of 4, and 7 at level 20. So the speed has been reduced and the projectiles have been reduced. Spark has been nerfed a little bit. It's the leveling is nerfed. Timer prevents spectral throw from hitting the same target again after the hit has been reduced from 3 to 2. This means it can hit the same target more often than before. That's going to be good for Scion starters. Lightning Tendrils, it got a bit of a buff. Quite a bit of a buff. Wow. That looks like, what? About 20% more damage, something like that? Yeah. The non-crit lightning damage lucky mastery is gone too. Wow. Wow. Yeah, the mastery thing is going to be interesting because it seems like they buffed some and then made some worse. What? No more vendor recipe for flat elemental damage? What? What? Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait, where is that? Poisonous concoction. Wait, let me look at these. The rest of these. Poisonous explosive concoction. Instead of 3 charges from 1 flask, deals 37 to 57 added cold damage if charges. Okay, so explosive concoction got a buff. Yeah. Okay. And poison concoction. Poisonous Concoction also got a little bit of a buff. Poisonous Concoction might be the leveling skill then now. Because if elemental damage is not able to be gotten from weapons, okay. Let's see. New gems, early game, Mana Forge arrows, Chromatic burst. Skill balance. Early game have been made to even the playing field between leveling options. Okay. Explosive trap, shattering steel, splitting steel. 70% effectiveness of added damage. Okay, splitting steel is not as good. Shattering steel, not as good. Explosive trap, not as good. Blight, a little bit of nerf. Spark reduced. Spectral throw buffed. Lightning tendrils buffed. Explosive poisonous concoction buff. Wait. Skill balance. Onslaught support. Scepters. Early game. Lightning damage mastery kind of stings. Yeah. RMR masteries. RMR. Reserve the mana reservation? What's that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Mana reservation. No more mana reservation masteries? Ugh. Why do they keep on nerfing mana reservation? Wand and vendor recipe changes. Wands have new implicit modifiers. Okay, so wands got some better. Global. Oh. Oh, okay. So you'll have to go into mana mastery to get the global one. That's interesting. I wonder what they did with the mana reservations instead. Everybody's gonna get that. Then they're just gonna go for the smallest mana reservation mana node that they possibly can to get that one mana reservation mastery. The vendor recipe granting flat elemental damage to spells no longer exists. Okay, great. So Spark is, for leveling, is nerfed. The whole thing I was practicing for the last 2 weeks, oh, nerfed. Okay, nerfed out of existence. Literally out of existence. Wow, leveling is going to be rough this campaign. I am thinking of Brand is okay, yeah, but I think Poisonous Concoction was still an awesome leveler. That might just be what people go for. I don't know about until they can get Poisonous Concoction. That's a higher level one though. That's up to what is Poisonous Concoction at? Poisonous Concoction is level 12. Okay, so yeah, that might be. Okay. Yeah, Marvel's. So it's not too bad. It's just the first act. Yeah, that's okay. Poisonous Concoction. Because Chaos didn't seem to be, if anything, Chaos was nerfed a bit. Pathfinder was buffed too, so Pathfinder explosive, or not explosive, but the Poisonous Concoction might be the way to level up, but yeah. Arcane Surge grants cast speed instead of spell damage. Yeah, that's not exactly the best. That's weird. Why? Usually speed isn't too big of a problem to get for casters, like in the early levels. Later on it's going to be better, but even then, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they said. Where Hetropent's Arcane Blessing Ascendancy instead it gets the spell damage. Yeah. Weird. Okay. Ho ho! Bow attacks fire an additional arrow synthesis implicit can no longer roll on bows and quivers. Wow. That's a big nerf to endgame bow people. That's a big nerf. Elder Hunter's Veiled Crafted Belt modifiers provided not to include charters can no longer roll. Okay. I don't know how many people were using that anyway. No longer create books of regression. Okay. Ha! Yeah, that's true. So Yeah, but I think having it in the synthesis implicit modifier was better for them because they didn't have to. Yeah. Oh, heist got nerfed. Oh, let's take a look at that. Oh, I'm glad you took a look at this. We're looking at all the interesting parts because yeah, don't have. Yeah, Tenero. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Book of Regression. Right. Yeah. You can't just keep on infinite heisting. Yeah, that's true. So now you cannot de-level yourself. Okay. Other than that, it didn't look like heist got too much of a change. Okay. Anything else? Okay, these are the cluster changes. I want to look at this. Okay. New Righteous Fury cluster has been added to the Templar. 10% concentrated ground on my to create concentrated ground on melee kill, lasting 4 seconds, and 40% increased melee damage when hit a close range. Okay, that's pretty good. Powerful bond clusters moved to make space for new Righteous Fury. A new multi-shot cluster has been added to Rangers. Okay, that's good. Careful Conservationist has been slightly moved to make more space for multi-shot. Okay. Bull clusters got the Master Fletcher. Increased projectile speed. And it has a bows, attacks, fire, and additional arrow. So wait. Multi-shot. So you've got multi-shot and an additional arrow. So you can do all the additional arrow stuff on the tree. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. That's pretty dang good. Yeah, that's not bad. Depending on how big the clusters are, I think one of them I saw was three spaces, three nodes. So that's not too bad. If they're both 3 nodes, then that's pretty good. That'll make bows much cheaper for endgame. The 3 small passives. Okay, prior. So it's a 4. Okay, yeah, okay. It's 12 increased damage. Increased damage. Okay, good. Cold clusters. Yeah. I'm still a bit confused about the Crucible thing. I'm not exactly sure about how they get the trees. Like, are they just randomly applied to the rare items? Do you just, like, have to go apply it and see what pops up? Is that how that works? I'm not sure. For the tree, that tree is on the weapons. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting because then you're just going to be now. Is it like it randomly is applied when you apply it, or it comes on the item? Who knows what the back end is like? But that's going to make people want to just pick up rares and keep them in their offhand and just see what kind of trees pop up on them. So people are going to be picking up more rares now for sure. Keeping those bases. Yeah, that's true, but yeah, 1 tree reveal per map. Yeah. But that should be fine. Like, you know, once people got their main trees set up for their weapons, that's pretty good. Maps don't take too long, especially if people want to farm it too. Like, they'll just do the low-level maps. That might be a really good strategy for low-level mapping. Just run level 1 maps over and over again to reveal, like, in 5 seconds. Yeah. Like, every 5 seconds, you'll get to reveal a new tree. And just keep the trees that are valuable. dump the other weapons that aren't. There was a lot of skill-specific stuff. There was a lot of really interesting... Yeah. There was a lot of really interesting stuff going on with ailments. And the other thing that's really interesting is the selling to vendors for divines. That's interesting, too. Like, you know, you level it up to a certain amount. It might be worth it. Who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Fortify clusters. Wait, I kind of skipped over cold. Glacial Cage, which is starting location. Oh boy. So cold, fortify, linked skills still suck unless they upgraded it to be permanent. Marks are a bit better. Poison clusters are better. Recovery, a couple recovery clusters. Stun avoidance, which is super important. I'm glad they look like they really overhauled this. That's good. Warcry got some cool stuff. Yeah, the freeze cluster, I'm not too... It might be... Let's see. 30% increased damage if you shattered an enemy recently. Wow. Permanently take 1% increased damage for each second they've ever been chilled by you. Ooh, that's really good with that new, with those new gloves, too. That's really good with those new gloves. Yeah, 60% freeze duration plus the... If you get those new gloves and you take this, that means that chill is going to be doing huge amounts of damage. Oh, well, it's only to a maximum of 10%. To a maximum of 10%. Yeah, okay. Never mind. That might not be too crazy. I'm not sure how easy it is to get a 10-second chill on something, though. Hydrosphere, yeah. Hydrosphere's probably going to be pretty good. Increased effective chill. Increased duration of cold. Cold got super buffed. Oh, yeah. Okay. Recovery clusters. Stance clusters got a couple things, but yeah. Stun avoidance clusters, Warcry clusters, ascendancy changes. Okay, Saboteur and Pathfinder. Ascendants, Pathfinder and Saboteur have been changed. Okay, also. Gameplay reel? Hmm. This one? Oh, Hydrosphere. Oh, okay. Arrows, okay. Why is this not?
What's going on, guys? My name is Arrow, and in today's video, I am bringing you, I have level tested it. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of a showcase here. What we have is a level 75 character that I leveled in SSF, and once I got to maps, I migrated over because I wanted to buy one essence to put the crit on these gloves, and then I just have like this random 6 link that I just grabbed out of my inventory with white sockets so I could easily pick my sockets. And then +1 skill wands that are very easily craftable. I made these myself in SSF by collecting damage on gear.
He's been running a tier 16 map on level 75.
This is a tier 16. Already we have 2 out of our 4 labs.
Wow.
Atlas as well, Atlas passive tree.
That's...
See how I just kind of cast the...
Whoa! Melting.
Now, our shatters are not going to be that great right now because we just don't have the damage, we don't have the crits. But the fact that it's level 75 can already do this content on basically SSF gear is
that's crazy.
This is going to be a very, very good league starter.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, especially with the cold damage. Is it a witch? Yeah, it's a cultist. It's an occultist. Oh, and one of the best. Yeah. Woo, that's gonna be spicy. That's gonna be spicy. Okay. Anything else? I can't believe Onslaught is gone. Scepter's got total giga nerfed. Frostferno. Yeah. That's the heat shiver, right? Yeah, gain cold is extra fire. Yeah. 100% cold damage is extra fire damage against frozen enemies. That's gonna be good. This is not that hard of a helm to get. This is not that rare either, so it's not a bad league starter. Unique item drop chances for Katrina have been rebalanced. Okay, that's kind of vague. I wonder if that means that some of the stuff is going to be rarer. Maybe, yeah. Maybe. Should be, yeah. It's interesting, they didn't really do a big rework on other uniques this patch. I hoped that they would continue with that, because there's other uniques that need a lot of love, like they did with the Heat Shiver last league. Powerful minions has been 2 types. Katava's Heralds, magic considered rare. Rare monster modifier trigger purple crystals when the monster is hit. Now it's larger crystals. Slightly longer delay before exploding after the monster dies. That's nice, because you can actually see it. Okay. Chaos damage. Okay. Damage has been lowered. Curses applied by necromancers are no longer removed upon their death. Okay. Ruthless. Don't really care too much. League modifiers are going to be Fortune Fate the Rave, of course. Abyss. Oh, that's going to be nice. Essence is back. That is going to be great. Moneymaker again for early league. Ambush. Meh. Metamorph. Meh. Heist. 2 additional smugglers caches, meh. Expedition and Harvest is on. Ooh, that's going to be great for end league content. Now, my other question, it doesn't seem like they did anything to nerf the end game balance of the sextants. So these are all the new masteries. I'll go over these. Wow, there's a lot of them. Okay. They did, okay. Atlas changes. Against the Vol, more resolve. No. Abyss. Ah, yeah, okay. Now, 50% chance not to use a charge on Harvest Craft. Okay. 50% chance not to use. That nerfs that. Okay. Yeah, that strategy completely nerfed. Okay. Oh yeah, that was gross. That was really gross. Oh, they've buffed breach uniques. Yeah, come on, 100, sometimes more. It was like sometimes up to like 100 earlier on. It was like 110, 120 sometimes. Okay, so they buffed the red dream and the red nightmare and the green dream, green nightmare, blue nightmare, the sword. Okay, so they did buff a bunch of the breach uniques. That's cool. Red trail 60s increased movement speed obedience, so 30% increased movement speed. Ooh, those are good. Oh, the Abyss ones are better too? That's nice. They both needed. Yeah. 9 to 15 increased maximum mana. 3% increased maximum life per Abyss Jewel affecting you. Oh! Oh, Abyss is going to be the one to run this league. Jesus. 3 maximum mana per Abyss Jewel affecting you and penetrate 4% elemental resistance per Abyss Jewel affecting you. That's crazy. Tome Fist is 5 to 10% increased attack speed. 2 modifiers that okay. Light Poacher Helmet, no longer recovery 4 life. 100% chance to gain a spirit charge on kill. Gain 5% physical damage as extra damage of each element per spirit charge. Ooh, that's spicy. 50 to 100% increased effect of Sacred Abyss Jewels. That's amazing. 100% increased effect of Socket. 10 spirit charges? Are you kidding me? You can get 50% of physical damage as extra damage of each element per spirit charge. That's crazy. That's crazy. (20 to 32% movement speed while affected by a magic abyss jewel. 40 to 60 reduced duration of elemental ailments on you. Okay. 16 to 24 reservation while affected by unique abyss jewel. That's pretty good. Wow. That's a lot of reservation efficiency. Yeah. 100% increased effect of Abyss Jewels is that's crazy. That's a 50% increase of the jewels. Because it's 2, right? It's 2 per belt. This is pretty insane, though. Penetrate 4 elemental resistance per abyssal jewel affecting you is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. That's 80 base life. That's, I think maybe a tier 1, like a tier 1 life hunter's belt with a max life and max percent life is still better for life, but that's so hard to get. That's so freaking hard to get. The jewels are not. Abyss is going to be where it's at. Breach and Abyss, probably. Wow. Because the Atlas 2, the Atlas passives for Breach and Abyss were buffed last league, and it looks like they were given some more, even more this league, so... Oh my gosh, there's too much here to go over. There's too much stuff. What are we supposed to do? Yeah, that threw my whole league starter idea into the dustbin. I don't know if I can actually do an Ascendant anymore. I wanted to because I've never had one, and I was thinking of doing a league starter and then, you know, Spark, and then or maybe you know, whatever else elemental damage thing with it, but it doesn't look like the fact that you don't get the Onslaught gem right away, plus the leveling with the items. Yeah, that seems really rough. I don't know what I'm gonna do for leveling now. What are people gonna do for leveling without the base attack, the base spell damage vendor recipe? That was like the go-to thing for most people. I guess this technically makes melee stronger for leveling. Oh, what was your original plan? Okay, let's see. More accuracy. Wilma's artillery ballista. Oh, interesting. That side of the tree got a lot of buffs, it looks like. Yeah. Got a lot of buffs. Gain accuracy rating equal to your intelligence. App stacking. $500 oh wow. Yeah. Coated shrapnel for free. Yeah. No, what is it? Multiple projectiles. Lesser multiple projectiles is free, right? Oh, I'm not too sure. Oh, I can't remember either. If anybody else knows, please, yeah, added the proj but nerfs your damage. Yeah. If anybody knows the name of that jewel, I can't remember it. Type it in the chat there. That'd be good. That's pretty nice. +1 max res. What? 100% increase armor per second you've been stationary? That's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, with the +1 all maximum resistances, that's pretty crazy. MP's armor project is going to have to be redone this league. That's crazy. He can double it. Armor stacking, maybe also good. Accuracy stacking, armor stacking, maybe. Immune to poison if equipped helmet has higher evasion rating than armor. Immune to bleeding if equipped helmet has higher armor than evasion rating. That's interesting. Oh, attack mastery! That's nice. +3 to strike range, non-volatile skills, target 1 additional enemy. Adrenaline for 1 second when you change a stance. That's a crazy buff for stances. Holy cow. Gain adrenaline for a second when you change a stance. So you can just change a stance, change a stance. What's the cooldown recovery on stances? That's really good. Monsters cannot block your attacks. Just straight up. No. That's really good too. No drawbacks. Okay, so that's a big buff to melee. Increase attack speed per enemy in close range. Near enemies are intimidated while you have rage. Okay. Final repeat of skills, 30% new, 24% more spell damage. You've been stunned casting recently. Wait, well, you said the last one. 25% to open nearby chests when you cast a spell. Huh? That's weird. That's interesting. Now, do breakables count as chests? That's interesting. That might be something. Yeah, Word Loop Volt of Adziri, new meta. Just run through, see what drops. Skill supported by Unleash. Okay, spells new cast speed for each different non-instant spell you've cast recently. That's interesting. Okay, Chaos Masteries, recover 1% of life per Wither debuff, 1% maximum Chaos Res. That's good. 10% more Chaos damage. These have Energy Shield. Okay. 5% of chance you inflict Wizard. Yeah, okay. Chaos Mastery's a little bit better. Claw Mastery's got everything buffed except for Nightblade, which was nerfed, so. From inherent attack speed bonus from dual wielding is doubled while wielding 2 claws. What's the inherent attack speed bonus from dual wielding? Increase damage with claws against enemies that are on low life. Leaf instant per equipped claw. Okay, 20% of leech being instant is nice. So it's 20% attack speed when dual wielding. That's pretty good. 20% is nothing to shake your fist at. Oh, what am I gonna build though? Yeah. It's a more multiplier. What is this inherent attack speed bonus? Yeah, the instant leech stuff is pretty crazy. These new masteries really are going to change the whole meta. 50% reduced effective exposure on you. Hits have 20% amount of resistance values as inverted. What? Hits have a 25% chance to treat enemy monster elemental resistance values as inverted. Does that mean that they go negative? That's what? So approximately every 4th hit, they're going to have negative. Yeah. No penetration at all required. It's kind of an interesting interaction with other negative. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, critical strikes do not inherently inflict elemental ailments. Okay. Physical damage as extra damage of a random element. It's only 3%, so I'm not sure how good that is. Attack speed is going to be really key with this one. That'll be really interesting for like a dual claw, elemental mastery, attack speed. But it's physical damage, so interesting. Okay. Energy shield masteries kind of okay. There are not too many new ones. Increase energy shield from helmet. Evasion ES. Let's see. Increase maximum mana, maximum energy. Both equipped rings have evasion modifiers. Plus 40 increase energy shield recharge rate. If equipped amulet has an evasion modifier. So that's a 620. Okay, that's good. 1% increased evasion rate if energy shield recharge has started in the past 2 seconds. Woo! That is good for Trickster. That is spicy for Trickster. Every 4 seconds, regenerate energy shield equal to 1% of evasion rating over 1 second. Huh. That's pretty good, too. Oh! Hey, look. Righteous Fire got a buff. Automatic Explode. Yeah, they're doing the boots thing already. I know. Life flasks. Oh. Minus fire res plus fire multi. Oh, on the, yeah, okay. That's true. Yeah, it was what 25, right? It was like minus 25 res plus 25 fire multi. Ah, okay. Impale and fortify. Impale. And hitting an enemy for all impales on the enemy to last for an additional hit. Huh. That's interesting. These are both interesting. This instant leech is crazy. That's not too bad. Lightning damage hitting you while you're shocked is unlucky. Okay. 10% more maximum life. Yeah, the life mastery one is good. I'm glad that they did this because life was kind of a lame one. There was only really 2 that you wanted to get. Link masteries, meh. Mana masteries. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Mind masteries, mark masteries, physical masteries, poison masteries. Enemies poisoned by you cannot deal critical strikes. Yeah, okay. Poisonous Concoction seems like a really good way to go. Yeah, this is awesome. Cannot deal critical strikes. Transfer to another enemy is good, and increased accuracy against mark enemies. Accuracy stacking Juggernaut might be really good too. An accuracy stacking Juggernaut might be pretty sweet. Gotta have some good base damage though. Okay, reservation. Increased damage for each aura. Okay, +1 maximum element resistances if you have reserved life and mana. Huh. That's interesting. Increased life reservation, increased eras, increased effect on you. Okay, so they added 1. That's nice. Because people were only they were getting a couple of reservations and they were only getting this. But I think this one and this one are probably going to be the 2. But then if you get this one, then probably the life reservation efficiency of skills would be nice too. That's interesting. Spell suppression. Ooh, lots of new ones. Cold. Okay, that's nice. Prevent 1% of spell damage per hit. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. But some of these are pretty cool. This is pretty nice. The phasing and the chance to suppress spell damage is lucky is very nice. Yes. Stun masteries are all new. Increase enemy stun threshold, chance to gain endurance charge, critical strike against stunned enemies. That's nice. Hits against you cannot deal critical strikes. Okay, 20. Gain adrenaline when stunned for 2 seconds per 10 milliseconds of stun duration. Okay. That's a weird one. Because usually this is not, you don't want to be stunned, so yeah. Ruthless. Okay, Warcries cannot exert travel skills. Remove all damaging ailments when you Warcry. Nice. That's awesome. Warcries. Having one Warcry is very good then. Forecast per second to 10. Yeah. Might be something to, yeah. Warcries 10% chance to exert 3 additional attacks in. Okay. Okay, so a lot. Oh, these are all clustered removed masteries. Accuracy. Oh, okay. There's the masteries, not the actual clusters. Okay. I can take a look at those later. These are all passive trees, changes. Okay, well, we got a lot to keep in mind, a lot to think about. Boy, I don't know. Yeah, the cold thing seems pretty good. I'm going to have to do a lot of reading. This is going to be a great league, though. I'm very positive for 2 things. The league looks really good for generating currency. Secondly, the buffed Abyss and what's the other one? Abyss and Breach leagues. Look, they're two of my favorite league content to do. So that looks like it's going to be awesome and good money makers. Also, the fact that essences are back means that currency generation is not going to be a problem. Really? Why? I mean, yeah, they nerfed. So leveling is going to be a bit rougher for sure, but I can understand why they did it. I think leveling and speedrunning is going to be, people are going to have to figure out some new strategies for sure. I mean, it totally destroys my plans for league starting, but I think that other changes are going to actually be a benefit. It's going to be more diverse, like leveling skills, because pretty much I think almost everybody who could was leveling with Spark last league. Spark was just by far and away the best, fastest way to get up. And after leveling with it for a second on Ascendancy on Scion, I was like, oh, this is really good. But other stuff has been buffed too, so we'll see. I think it's going to shake up the meta a lot. And who knows what's going to be happening with the with Melee. Melee might be good enough now. It seems like it got a lot of improvements. Stances got improved. You know, I'm gonna have to run some numbers. I'm gonna have to do a lot of research over the next couple of days, because it seems like a lot of the mastery changes, along with the oh hey, how's it going? Redeemed by Donnie. It goes good. I am pretty excited about the new league. I really like the league content. It seems like that's going to be really awesome. Some of the stuff that was pretty egregious for farming last league got removed. I love what they're doing with the tree. The fact that you can go port with the Atlas passive tree. you can port from one side to the other. That's pretty awesome. That's going to help optimize the tree a lot. And then the fact that they're revamped Breach and Abyss, that's going to be cool. Those Abyss uniques are insane. Insane. All of those are going to go up in value. Okay. Well, yeah, pretty much this league, everybody's going to be new to the game. Yeah. Welcome to hell. No, this is a great league to start, I think. Yeah, this is not a bad league at all to start. I think you're gonna have a lot of benefits because a lot of people kind of there's not an easy path for a lot of people. So, and there's a lot of new stuff and a lot of really fun stuff coming out. So I think also that having the league content be another tree on the weapon. So how long have you been playing Redeemed? Because you know the Atlas passive, or the passive trees, right? There's the player passive tree. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So the way this game works, it's an ARPG, you know, like Diablo, but also, but it has a way deeper system of leveling and itemization. And don't get too overwhelmed. It's actually pretty intuitive now. A lot of the stuff has been made much better. If you just start clicking stuff on the tree as you level up and just look a little bit ahead, you'll see pretty easily like where your build can be better. And anything you do can be reset, so don't worry too much about that. This league, though, it's going to be really cool because all of the I think the items that you get, some of the items that you get are going to have extra power on them when you do the league content. So I definitely recommend starting a league, not a standard character. So league is going to be starting when? When is league starting? Next week, I think, right? 7 days. 7 days and 16 hours is the new league. So maybe on standard, if you have a... Oh, yes. Major crafting. This whole game is built around crafting. Instead of getting gold, you get orbs and other kinds of ways to craft items. Yeah. So basically, any item that you get can be stripped down to its base, and then all of the currency that you get is used to craft the items into what you need it to be. If you haven't bought any tabs, I would recommend you buying. Yeah, people use the crafting currency. You can trade or you can craft with it. I actually recommend crafting a little bit at first, just so you can get a little bit of an idea about like upgrading your items and stuff. But then once you get to the later levels, save some of it, especially Chaos Orbs. I would recommend saving Chaos Orbs in order to buy item upgrades instead of crafting it, because you'll find really good stuff. I don't know if you've ever. It also has a really good system for purchasing things. So you can go to. Oh wait. Remember me, I'm not a robot. Yeah, so it's got this Path of Exile trade system, and you can use all these filters. Yeah, you can use all these filters to get a trade, to do your trading. The other thing that I highly recommend you getting before Yeah, the main thing I recommend you getting also before or when you're playing is a filter. You can go to this website, filterblade.xyz. Basically, yeah, man, you don't realize, yeah. Yeah. Basically, it's just I've been playing this game pretty solidly for at least 4 years, maybe 4.5 years now. And there's still new things I'm finding. I'm still learning a bunch of stuff about this game every single time I open it up. I didn't really start feeling comfortable with it probably until maybe earlier this year when I started feeling kind of comfortable. But yeah, what you want to do is go to this website and then Filterblade XYZ. Maybe look up some guides on this so that you can get this put onto your character. This just helps because there's a lot of stuff that falls on the ground, and this will help you kind of not be overwhelmed by all the stuff that's dropping. This maybe not. Yeah, this might be because this is kind of a newer thing. Filterblade.xyz. Yeah, and this is a really new thing, actually, this Path of Exile trade. This is they started this only 2 years ago. So before it was yeah, we have Delve. Yeah, there's all different kinds of stuff, all different kinds of ways of playing this game. So, just take your time. Don't try to be too overwhelmed by it. Just enjoy what you got. I will be playing definitely this coming Monday. Oh wait, no, this Monday I won't be playing. So I will be playing next on Friday, right before release, and then Saturday and Sunday as well. Next week. This next Monday I'm not going to be, unfortunately. Or Sunday, I guess, for maybe you guys. But yeah, we'll be playing on League release. If you guys have any questions, please, feel free to contact me. Even then, I'm just gonna be leveling with some friends. We're gonna have a chill time of it. I'm not gonna try to race too hard. So yeah, because I'm gonna be starting later than anybody, anyways. A lot of people will be in maps by the time I start. So yeah. So I'm gonna take a look and see what happens. I'll talk with you guys a bit next week, next Thursday, next Friday. I think you just practice on regular for now, kind of get a feel of the game for standard right now. Oh, you mean for the filter blade? I think yeah, regular's pretty good for now. I think regular is good for you for now. Regular is good. Switch to semi-strict when it's a new league. So, and you can change your filter anytime. And it automatically, if you can sign in with Path of Exile too, so it'll automatically, you can automatically select it on your profile. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll let you guys know what my plans are. They've changed immeasurably. I have no idea what to do now. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, thanks, Nero. Thanks, Redeemed. I'll catch you later. Oh, please like, follow, and subscribe for more content. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you for following, Redeemed. Yeah, and if you want to catch any of my old content, you can head on over to YouTube. Thank you, Nero. You too, man. You too. All right, catch you guys later. See you in the next one. Bye.